Hey, I'm Rejected Shotgun, and this is my custom modded Rocket Pelican in Halo Infinite. This thing is really sweet. It has a ton of fixes that turns this into a proper vehicle that the original Halo Infinite Pelican did not have. And I'm gonna get real nitpicky today, so strap in. First and foremost, there's already a decent chance you've flown the Pelican in Halo Infinite. There's a really easy glitch to perform in Halo Infinite's campaign that lets you fly the Pelican. But I'm gonna be a buzzkill and ruin it a little bit for you, because that Pelican kind of sucks. So first and foremost, that Pelican is glitched. It does not have any animations. If you turn, it's just stiff as a board. Those wings do not move, and that is just straight up a glitch because the animations are not set up for players. Next up is not necessarily a glitch, but something that really irks me. It's that the Pelican cannot look and pitch up or down. And that's just because back in Halo 4, 343 decided that's how the Pelican's gonna fly now. And I personally hate that. And 343's just never switched it ever since Halo 4. It's just been carried over through all the games. Then there's the camera angle, which like the camera point that your whole, view rotates around is on like the very tip of the nose, which is such an awkward place for a camera, but that's where it is. So you always have this kind of strange viewpoint at any given time in the Pelican. And then lastly, the Pelican very obviously has like a huge chin gun on it, but it doesn't do anything. Like, it just doesn't work. The Pelican doesn't let you fire it, but there is a chin gun that is on there. You can fire it with mods. It's just disabled for whatever reason. And then lastly, it just handles weird and is kind of stiff. It moves up and down too fast and doesn't turn left and right very well. And anyway, that's my complaints. I've complained for well over a minute now. So what did I do to fix it? Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I just fixed all of those things straight up. Let's just jump straight into my Pelican here, and I'll show you how this is edited and changed. So first and foremost, I kinda removed the chin gun. It was glitchy, I didn't like it. Here's some rockets. And not only that, they're inspired by Halo 3's Pelican rocket pods. So they come straight out of the wings and just fire down on everything. And I'm gonna be honest, this is so much more fun than just a regular boring chin gun. And then of course, all the other complaints I had, I addressed pretty clearly. So as you can see, I can actually see the Pelican when I'm flying it around. The camera is in a much better position, in my opinion, because why would you not want to see the Pelican when you're flying it? It's now completely in view, and you can see it very clearly. It no longer rotates around the tip of the Pelican's nose. You can actually rotate around like the hull, like where the cargo bay is, and it makes a lot more sense like this. And then of course there's animations. Like you can see very clearly the wings do rotate. And once I got these animations enabled, I was pretty happy to see that even though it's kind of subtle, the back engines also have rotation. Check it out. It's pretty subtle, like I said, but there you go. The whole thing rotates. It's an interesting way in which it rotates, but it rotates and works nonetheless. And that's still not everything, but I just want to say first and foremost, like, this thing handles amazingly. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. Honestly, I really didn't even do that much. I just tweaked this thing. The Pelican just is awesome as is, but this feels so much better to fly than the one in campaign does. And I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Back in Halo 4, when the Pelican was able to be driven in campaign, since the Pelican was always locked facing only forward, they had a really fast up and down movement so that you could literally get up and down quickly because you couldn't just like look down and fly down. But because you can now look up and down in my version of the Pelican, I decided to reduce the speed at which you kind of go up and down because it was really awkward and weird that you could just shoot up and down so quickly. It doesn't even make sense from like the Pelican's visual design anyway that it can do that. But anyhow, as you can see, I'm getting real nitpicky. Like I've gotten deep into this. I've flown a Pelican in every Halo game, and the fact that Infinite's Pelican was like this leftover hybrid of the Bungie and 343 era, I couldn't stand for it. So here is my take on the Halo Infinite Pelican, and I'm super psyched about it. Now you might be asking yourself a couple of questions. For one, can I download and use this? To which the answer is yes, you can. There's a link in the description if you have the Halo Infinite Runtime Tag Viewer program, but I'm not going to be going over a tutorial on how to use that. If you happen to know how to use it, good for you, but if you want to learn how to use it, subscribe to my channel and I'll have a tutorial on it in the future. The other question you might have is, does this work in campaign? To which the answer is very obviously, Hell yeah! As you can see here, I am in campaign, and the Pelican is working exactly as it did in multiplayer, with all of the ability to, you know, look up and down and everything. But you may notice that there is actually one difference here, which is something that is just a quirk of how Halo Infinite runs, which is that there's no rockets. For now, it just shoots out chin gun bullets from the wings, which is totally intentional, by the way. That's just because there's no rocket hogs that are loaded in this section of campaign, so there are no rockets to shoot. Now, there's not really a whole lot I can do about that for now. But the vehicle physics, which is in my opinion the most important part here, is completely working, and I'm really thrilled about it because flying this version of the Pelican around campaign feels just right, and I'm super happy about it. So like I said before, you can actually download this. I'll have a tutorial on how to actually use the file in the future. If you want to join my Discord server or the Halo Mods Discord server, you can, and then, you know, it'll be pretty easy to figure out how to do this. But anyway, for now, I hope you enjoyed watching, and leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to get any notifications on my future Halo Mod videos. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.